going on, y'all? This is Low.
This is Key and we're low key.
Today gonna be part 2 of castigation in order to manipulate. So, last video we had a lot to talk about, and we gonna finish up kind of on our points of why this happens and how you can identify in order to what's the word? You can identify it in order to alleviate it out your life.
Okay.
So we were saying one way to get away from it is to separate and elevate.
Absolutely.
You know, so when we talk about separation, we don't mean just going away and running in the hole.
Right.
When I say separate, I mean mentally.
Absolutely.
You know, because sometimes you can't get away from the people who manipulating you physically all the time, especially like if you live with them. Like you gotta be in a circumference. You have to separate mentally, separate verbally. Be careful of what conversations you holding with people that you've identified as castigators, manipulators.
Right. Right.
Keep it very surface level, you know, but while you separating mentally, you gotta be feeding your mind something to the contrary of what's being fed to you. So it's not enough to just separate. Like you have to be doing something in the separation. And for those of you who can separate physically, I would advise you to do so. Sometimes love can move on in separation. Sometimes it's just better for people to be apart. The love and the bond is stronger, the respect is stronger when people are apart.
That's true. I agree with that.
Especially with certain family members. Some of them is just like, too toxic. Like we not meshing. And when we separate, the love grows. You know, absence make the heart grow fonder. You know what I'm saying? But getting close together, the real come out when that ass come out. For real, you start seeing people true colors and it, you know, separation.
Yeah.
We wish the best for everybody, but you have to separate to elevate. You separate, you study, you separate, you inundate your time and your mind, physically, mentally, you know, with the people, places, and things you wish to be like. What you think, Pepper?
No, you're right. You're right. You have to separate. I agree with that. Separate mentally. People think it's just like a physical thing, but it's more mental than physical. But physical is very important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can't separate physically, like you say, mentally, you need to separate in your mind of those people that are toxic. And let's just face it, like the most toxic relationship, people think that the most toxic relationship is like outside sources, like friends and stuff like that. But besides family, the most toxic relationship you can ever have is the one you have with yourself. So
That's major.
because excuse me, if you're not willing to identify that you have a problem and you always looking for outside, pointing outside the box. I just swallowed. Excuse me. Throat dry. And you always pointing outside the body at somebody else. And the problem is really with you. Then we got another problem, because number one, not only are you not taking ownership for yourself, but you're pointing the finger at somebody else. And people can't do anything to you unless you allow them to. So that's why I say some relationships, like my husband says, is toxic. Like, you know you're not gonna get anywhere like that.
How do you separate from yourself though?
You gotta get in there and do the work. You gotta identify. Like, for instance, if you say,
Like if yourself is a toxic person, like how, give us some tips.
how would you
Separate from yourself, because some people like, all right, so I know I'm the most toxic person in my life, and alone and key is saying I need to separate to elevate, but how I'm supposed to separate from myself?
you gotta study. You gotta study yourself. You gotta get to know yourself. That's the best way to do it, is to get to know yourself. So monitor, watch your moves, watch your thoughts, because it's in your thoughts. And people don't realize that your thoughts is the reason why you do the things that you do. It's the thoughts that you're having. So if you understand that, hey, I got a problem, I'm toxic to myself, I'm not good to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good to anybody. If I can't be good to myself, I can't be good to nobody. That's just it.
Nobody.
That's just it. So if I know that I'm toxic, I need to work on that. I need to study myself. I need to go in silence. I need to go be alone. I need to, whenever I'm in, throughout my day and I feel uneasy, anything that feels uneasy, like you forcing something to be, you need to check it. You need to stop right there. Okay, well, why am I feeling like this? Okay, is this serving me? Because if it's not serving me and it's making me angry, why am I getting angry? Like, what's the root cause? You know what I'm saying? Why am I angry? Why can people rub me the wrong way? Am I that way? Because it's like with women, for instance, I've been around certain women that they'll see another woman and they'll say that woman is hating on them. Okay? Now, why would you think that somebody is jealous of you? They always got something to say about you when you're saying something about them.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So like,
what's really going on, right?
You got a touch of jealousy, and you need to get it right, because jealousy, that thing festers, and it turns into all types of things. You jealous, you angry with people, you don't even know why you angry. Oh, I don't like her.
It's a lot of people.
I don't like, why you don't like her?
It seems like the majority of people will be like that. It's crazy.
And it's crazy.
You ever been like that?
No, I've never been.
Just out of the blue, I don't like her.
No, I've never been like that, but I've known people not to like me for whatever reason. And that's okay, because that's your opinion. And until I knew, that's why it's very important that you gotta know who you are. And you gotta work on yourself. You gotta do the work. Because ain't nobody doing the work for you. They could care less about you and your well-being.
We made a video, ain't nobody coming.
They're not.
That don't just mean physically. That mean mentally, emotional stability, man. Don't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? People would love to see you, you know what I'm saying, that went back crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real. You gotta be real. You gotta be real with yourself. Meaning, what are you thinking about? Like, that's it. Like, you have to, like my wife just stated, you have to be conscious every moment in time about what thought is passing through your head. So many people has went to the grave without realizing how powerful, you know what I'm saying, this tool is.
Very powerful.
Most people go through life unaware that they are allowing programs to run through their thoughts, and they just accept them as what is. Change a little bit, and then temperature go right back down to the same thing. That's why people be unstable in their thinking.
Way.
And it shows because your reality is unstable.
Yep.
Your opinion and your decisions are unstable.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that almost opens you up for manipulation.
You will be. Yeah.
Tell them, baby.
You will be manipulated because you don't know who you are. You going with the flow.
Yeah. Go that way. No, go that way. No, he said go
Girl,
that way.
do that.
Come back that way. Why you going that way?
Mm-hmm.
Then when you trip, man, ain't nobody make you do it.
Boom. Boom. Leave
You took
high
that
and dry.
charge. You took that charge for your homeboy, and he ain't come up with the Lord money like he said. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't putting a gun to your head. Told you to do it.
There you go. That's
Who
how
fault
you feel.
is that?
Mm-hmm.
You were just trying to be
Down.
the source looked at you like, bro, if that's how you gonna use your time to be manipulated to do what to feel like that person wouldn't do it for you.
No, definitely not.
You've been manipulated, hoodwinked.
Yep.
You know
Got
what I'm
'em.
saying? Running straight.
Got 'em.
Run them up.
Yep. You've been got. Because
You know
people
what I mean?
don't care.
Because was you trying to manipulate? Was you trying to use that to show this person something? So who was the manipulator?
Yep. Yep. That's why you
My
got
grandma
love.
used to say,
Yeah.
real? What you think, baby?
No, that's real. Because you try to use your loyalty as a means for someone to like you.
Bah.
And then when you use that and they saw you lead with that, they took full advantage.
Bah.
You in a situation, they're not coming to your rescue. And
Done.
all you did it for was for them to like you.
Done. I ain't make
Was
you
it
do
worth
it.
it?
Man, I couldn't come up with I ain't make you do it though.
No.
Garbage.
You
The
better
source,
fall in
man,
love.
the source ain't coming for you for that. Like, bro, I bless you with this divinity. This how you choose to use it. So be it. In abundance. Your ass gonna be locked up in abundance. With an abundance of years, you keep following these cats that's unstable in their thinking because of some loyalty or family ties. Don't be manipulated through castigation. Don't let nobody peer pressure or bully you into being manipulated because they gonna trick you out of your spot. They gonna trick you out of your life. And they gonna trick you out of your vessel.
Absolutely. And those types of people, manipulators, they have that, as my grandma would call it, the Jezebel spirit. And that's tricking people and manipulating people to do what you want them to do. So it's like you a puppet, you know what I mean? And they pull you and string you along as they do. So for instance, I'm gonna do a little example. A husband and wife or a boyfriend and girlfriend, right? All right. The man does something wrong, right? He does something, stays out all night, da 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 da. Okay. Comes home early in the morning, 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Wife or girlfriend's like, where you been? He says, I've been out with the boys. Boom. He say, you been out with the boys? She don't buy it. You've been out with the boys all night, da 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 da. Okay. Long story short, she finds him cheating, right? So as men do, because it's their masculine, and women, if you love your man, you're gonna listen to what he has to say. Some women, not all women, they be ready to knock his head off. But my thing is this.
With the head being in the mailbox.
Moving from that point forward, after you know that your man has cheated, right? He has manipulated your mind to believe that he's not going to do it again, that he didn't do it the first time, but since you say I did it, then I guess I did. So he's manipulating you, stringing you along, buying you gifts, da da da, to make up for what he did. Why would you stay? Why would you stay? Or you have a friend, and your friend knows that you don't like such and such, but she try to make you feel bad because you don't like it. It's like, I don't like for instance, just like if I don't like spaghetti, don't make me want to eat spaghetti if I don't like it.
Exactly.
That's manipulation. You trying to persuade me to eat something that I don't like.
Exactly.
Which means that you're trying to manipulate my mind and my way of thinking. Which means that you're toxic and you gotta go ahead and separate. Like there's no other way around.
That's a good point. And then you got people. One time I knew this guy. He cheated on his wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said that she locked him out the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I talked to him, I was like, "Shit, did she take you back?" He was like, "Yeah." Huh? What else she supposed to do?
Oh.
And I'm like, yo, this is a manipulator.
Absolutely.
And even though the pendulum swings, you don't get away with nothing. Mm-hmm. That's a horrible thing when you consciously playing off of somebody's insecurity. So you know they're going to take you back.
Every time.
When you do something against them. But the source, it will look at the wife. Because the wife know.
Yeah.
The source will look at the wife. She took him back. Mm-hmm. The source is in abundance. That you gonna have what you want.
There you go.
But when it go bad, it's over with.
Yeah.
This guy knows you insecure for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. Getting older, you willing to just buy a man. And they know, and this guy knows that, and he plays on your insecurity, so he go out do what the fuck ever.
Manipulating.
You catch him giving his energy to another woman and you take him back, and this guy says, what else is she supposed to do?
That's a horrible
and you
lie.
Take him back.
You gotta be low to do that.
You
in your mind.
You will be cursed just as much as him. Cause you taking your vessel for granted. Unless you okay with the infidelity, if that's what y'all do. But if you locked him out of the house, it's obvious that you don't like it, but you took him back and you have allowed yourself to be manipulated through low self-esteem and castigation.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's why I think women, it's a mental thing. I'm telling you.
It happens to women
change
a lot.
Anything until you change the mind. That's it. You gotta change your mind, change your way of thinking.
That's it.
You know?
Don't
I'm
buy
not
no
judging.
man.
Don't get me wrong.
Don't buy no man, I'm trying to tell you.
But yeah, don't settle.
Don't get successful and you feel like you lonely because you were chasing the bag. You weren't chasing, you know what I'm saying, your divine feminine. So when you get, you know what I'm saying, when you get the bag and you find out that you lonely and then your feminine energy is calling for something, you reaching in the fucking garbage. These cats don't respect. Men don't care about your success. They gonna take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know, so don't allow yourself to be manipulated. You got something else, baby?
That's it.
I'm low.
This is key and we're low key.
It's been 20 minutes. We might need to make a part 3, baby.
Maybe so.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Like, comment,
and subscribe.
peace.